It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Pats and the Bengals coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught here by Adams. On a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the young rookie out of Notre Dame.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT. Here's Montana to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They will look to throw. Montana. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Montana. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6 now.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Patriots' 15-yard line.
Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Montana. He's got his target. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now Montana. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Travis Kelsey taking it in. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll drop to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, that's a tough one for a quarterback because on a bootleg, you turn your back to the defense naturally and you lose sight of the defenders for just a split second. And then surprise, in this case, someone's right in his grill.
Buying time to his under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Biletnikoff. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Let's go now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give, it's Jackson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. They go play action with Montana. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. He's got his man Cruz. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Got a man right side, it's Sharp. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. A first red zone chance of the new season now as they come up 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball,
Still first
any
down.
type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Second down and goal. Hurts. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They will look to throw. Montana. It's complete to Cruz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Montana. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Montana. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. 24-21, the final score.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. Toss play to Jackson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 10. To throw is Montana. Forced out to his left. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Montana to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A big pickup of 38.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll give to Falk up the middle. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man Sharp complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The tight end, Henry, here in motion. Now a give inside for Falk. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The tight end in motion right. On the give, here's Falk. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Chase Young in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 33-yard line.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Juwan Bentley.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
New England trying to get to place on offense. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Falk. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
For that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Patriots have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here's Jackson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Touchdown, Bengals! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England's offense set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing is Hurts.
And his throw here is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now back to throw.
That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there for New England. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Hurts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it. From 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you could hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Play fake. Now here's Montana.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
They will look to throw. Montana over the middle here to Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Pats are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Here's 2nd down.
Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
Now Montana.
And that's complete to Brown. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So the Patriots coming out now.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, We need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Quick slant here to Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
They'll look to throw again. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
It's caught. Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Goes right back to Smith again.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man Sharp complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Yeah, he's got it.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Boswell's kick is good, and they have regained the lead.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Here's Montana to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And his kick is good. A gut-wrenching moment, but he's able to bang it through from long distance. And they match an earlier OT field goal with one of their own. Just a big-time kick there from a big-time kicker.
I like how you use big-time because we usually say that about position players, don't we? Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Well, that goes for kickers as well. And guess what? We're on to sudden death now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
That is incomplete.
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that